Reviews, the biggest news, the what's new, and the who's who. Welcome to the Daily Gamer podcast with Joe Mango and James.
Welcome to the Daily Gamer podcast, number 10.
Number 10! Woo! We are down at PopCon for this special 10th edition.
Yes, we are.
Do you think like every 10 we have to like go somewhere new?
Of course.
I think so. We should do our every 10 podcast. We should go on location. Yeah, which would be pretty fun. So yeah, we're down at PopCon. We're going to be interviewing like loads of different cool celebrities, some cosplayers and everything like that. So yeah, should be fun. I guess as the podcast goes on, you're going to just hear different interviews that we've had, like short little interviews, 10, 15 minutes for each one.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, should be good. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. All right, our next interview is a big one. It is with Ross Marquand. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
Obviously, we're going to start off with a bit of the Walking Dead stuff because I'm really into that. You play Aaron, which is pretty cool. Are you sad that The Walking Dead is over?
Yeah, it's been a quarter of my life. You know, it's 8 years.
Wow.
It's been 12 years on the air, and it's kind of bizarre that it's finally wrapping up. I was a fan of it before I got on it.
Yeah.
And I never thought my character would last this long. I think we're just like
every episode I'm watching it, you always think, oh, that person's going to die today.
Exactly.
So unpredictable.
So I'm very grateful for all of it, but it is a little bit bittersweet that it's finally wrapping up this next weekend. So yeah,
I know.
It's a big part,
and I mean, are you part of any of the spin-offs? I know there's going to be some spin-off stuff. Are you allowed to say?
Currently, not allowed to say because I mean it would implicate whether I'm alive or dead at the end of the show.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. I think there's only one episode left.
That's correct. Yeah,
I'm hoping that Rick and Michonne are going to make a comeback right in the last, last episode, the last part of it. So we'll see.
That's what we're hoping. Yeah.
Awesome.
I know.
So you do. You're quite well known for your impressions.
Oh,
do you have any particular ones that you're working on?
Can we do Rick?
You could do it if you wanted.
Morty, come on. Look, Rick. It's
pretty good.
Pickle Rick. I'm Pickle Rick, man. I'm a pickle. I don't know.
That's pretty
not my best.
We'll take it. It's good. But is there anything you're working on? Is that something you're like really pushing?
Yeah. The thing I'm most excited about, I definitely cannot talk about.
Okay.
And that's a bummer because it's. I think it might be the thing that I will be most happy or most proud of in my entire life.
Okay.
Even more so than Walking Dead and Avengers.
Wow.
Like it's
awesome.
It's very personally
good,
sentimental to me, I guess to say that.
That's amazing.
Nice.
It still makes me excited.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's good, and
awesome.
I wish I could say more, but in about a year I can maybe talk about it. But for what I can talk about, I'm doing an independent film in LA. January and February. It's gonna be amazing.
Cool.
And then Invincible season 2 and 3.
Yes,
we just finished
season 2.
season 2.
Voicing that.
That's and I don't know if you watched the first season, but like it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah,
so.
it is a cool series.
Yeah.
And obviously we're Daily Gamer. What games are you playing?
I'll be honest with you. I have been so busy with moving and traveling like crazy. I haven't had a chance to play recently. But I'm a big Call of Duty guy.
Nice.
Any shooter.
New one came out.
I know. I haven't even get a chance to play it. But
it's good.
I'll be honest. Like whenever I'm like off of work, I like to put on Fortnite and just school some. But either I get schooled by 12-year-olds or they school me. But you never know.
Usually I'm getting schooled by 12-year-olds.
Yeah. Well, I don't build stuff is the thing on Fortnite.
Yeah.
I think that's lame. I think it's lame to build.
Yeah, I wasn't a big.
Well, they've got the no build mode now.
Wait, I didn't know about
this.
Yeah.
So they've got a different mode now, which is no build mode, and I've been playing that, and it is a lot more fun.
That sounds like more because I'm more about strategy and more about just kind of hunting someone down.
Yeah.
When you're building stuff all the time, it's just kind of like
you'll like the no build mode.
Yeah. I didn't know there was an option for that, so I'll check that out.
There is,
but also Call of Duty zombie mode. I kill zombies at work and then I go home and I kill more zombies. So,
that's so cool.
Perfect. Last question. This is a bit of a weird one. Obviously, your hand has been cut off in The Walking Dead. If you could
it's
not
real.
Well, I was glad that it was actually here in real life.
Yeah.
So if you could have any attachment that wasn't the big old mace thing you've got, what would it be?
I always joke that I think it'd be funny to have like a ridiculous weapon of sorts, but I'd like to have like an egg beater.
Yeah.
That stirs eggs.
Egg beat the zombies.
And you just egg beat through someone's face. Just like the most gradual, prolonged death imaginable. I think that'd be fun. Yeah, it's like zombies just like confused more than like, what the hell?
Just slow death.
Yeah, I think that'd be funny. I don't know, but that would probably be egg beater. Yeah.
I like it.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Thank you so much. It is fantastic. I know you've got to shoot off, but
I do, unfortunately,
we really appreciate you hanging out with us here at PopCon.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks,
good to see you guys.
We're still here down at PopCon ME, having a lot of fun with me and James.
Here's again.
You enjoying yourself, James?
Oh, mate, it's been so good this weekend.
We have been very much enjoying getting some guests on, so we've got another one now. Why don't you tell us who you are and what you do?
What's up, everybody? This is Ming Chen. You might know me from AMC's Comic Book Men, the TV show with Kevin Smith. You may have seen me in a couple of Kevin Smith's movies, specifically Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, and more recently Clerks 3, which is out right now.
Awesome.
And if you don't know any of those, I'm also a fellow podcaster.
Yeah.
And I've expanded the love of podcasting into the opening of 2 podcast studios in New Jersey, where I help people record and launch podcasts. So
amazing.
When I saw that there was the Daily Gamer was here, that there was a podcast booth podcasting here, I had to jump in. So I begged. Bribery was involved, massive bribery, lot of.
It didn't really take any bribing to get you down here. We wanted to speak to you.
Yeah, and but seriously, this makes me so happy that you guys are set up here. One of my dreams in the near future. I go to a lot of Comic-Cons. In the Comic-Con world, and if you go to a Comic-Con, they always have a space there called Artist Alley. Where all the artists are in one section. They're lined up. And it's cool. You can go from one artist to the other, check out their styles, buy commissions, and just really talk to them, learn about them. And I remember, and I saw at one convention I went to, they had like a podcast alley. They had 8 podcasters in one section. It was really cool. Each podcast had free reign to decorate their own space. So some brought in leather couches, rugs, lighting.
Just like we have here, we have inflatable seats surrounding us.
Which I saw you guys blew up yourselves.
Well, I didn't realize, but I started blowing up the bags. Well, they're like kind of bean bags, but inflatable ones. I didn't realize James was bringing a pump, so I was doing it literally like just with my own breath. And I almost passed out, and then James came and said, "Oh, I got a pump, bro."
But I heard a lot of people pass by. I was like, "Wow, that guy blows really good. He's so good at blowing."
I think that was actually for a different reason.
Maybe.
But we won't get into that. So my wife might listen to the podcast, so she can't know about that stuff.
It was a compliment.
All
around.
Of course, I've got big lungs. That was
big lungs.
Yes, and you know how to use them.
I do very much. So.
We digress.
You also, so you run other podcasts as well, right? You're still doing podcasts regularly?
Well, here's the thing: when you open up a studio and you help other people podcast, the time. Finding time to do your own, all out the window. So your priorities shift.
That's a shame, though.
It does, but it's kind of like I don't know if you guys have kids or
not yet.
Okay,
getting there.
Not a bad thing. Sometimes kids are great, but just when you start helping other people out, you don't have time to do your own anymore. It's kind of ironic. So I do miss podcasting on a regular basis. But the reward you get from when people come in, they record maybe their first episode, and afterwards like, whoa, that was really fun. Can I come back next week? I didn't think it was gonna be this fun. Like, why was it that fun? And just awesome, to see the big smile on their face makes it all worth it. So
it really is. Like, so we do our podcast every single week, and we actually work with a radio station out here called Beat 97.8. And we actually record a radio show and a podcast. And we get an interview. We film it. We do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll be there, we've been working all day, and then we go there at night. We spend 3 hours recording the perfect podcast that we do. And then afterwards, we've had a whole day of doing stuff. But we get in that elevator going down afterwards, and we always look at each other, and we're like, "That was awesome, man!" And we always just look at each other and go, "That was so much fun."
Yeah, it was a nice interview. It was so good.
We always just get that buzz,
So I want every podcaster to feel that feeling, and I feel it's definitely one of the things we provide to people who come into our studio.
That's so cool.
But
man.
I think we're at a Comic-Con, right? So there are a lot of geeks here, a lot of nerds.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that I love about being a geek is You're always trying to discover that one cool thing.
Yeah.
You want to be the first one to discover that one cool thing, and then you tell your friends about it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like podcasting is very much the same way. We podcast. Now let's spread the love to other people.
Yeah.
And teach them, tell them how much fun this is.
Definitely.
Yeah, because inherently podcasting, not rocket science. We're having a conversation. anyone can have a conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
The only different thing that we're doing is we're recording it.
Yeah,
putting out to the world. And I think that's not only like a very fun tool, but it's very powerful as well.
Exactly.
To record your stories, to talk about your passions.
People can speak their mind. There's no buffer.
To vent whatever. And then to put that on the world and record that conversation for theoretically all of time.
Yeah.
And to preserve that moment in that method is pretty awesome.
I've never really thought of it that way. That is quite nice.
Yeah.
Poetry.
Yeah, and we're recording this right now, but inherently podcasts are an audio medium.
Yeah.
And I think the connection that you make with other people through podcasting, especially the audio version, people listen to it as they're driving, working out, whatever. They're kind of listening to it passively, but as they're listening, as they're hearing my voice and your voice, they're forming a picture in their head of all of us talking. And I think that forms a bond in your head to the people that you're listening to. And definitely. I think that's why it's so powerful.
If you're listening now and need a little bit of help of thinking about what I look like, just think Chris Hemsworth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The body and all.
Yes.
Yeah. Just think about that. That's what I look like.
Fat Thor or regular Thor?
There's two different versions.
Yeah, which Endgame Thor?
We won't get into that.
Or Love and Thunder Thor.
Maybe somewhere in during his working out phase.
Okay, yeah, you just
in between.
You gotta be more specific.
Yeah. And he didn't get fat, guys. He was just bulking up.
Okay.
So he could get buffer.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Building the fat. To
get the muscle on top of it.
Yeah, and if you need a picture of me, I think maybe Jackie Chan, Rumble in the Bronx era, late 90s maybe.
Nice.
Yeah, without the jumping off buildings part.
I was about to say, you got to jump off buildings.
Yeah. I'll let him do it. I'll let him do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, nice. So obviously you said you're actually based in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So why have you come all the way to Dubai?
That's a great question.
For PopCon.
That's a great question. I've always wanted to come to Dubai. I watch plenty of movies and TV shows featuring Dubai.
Yeah.
The Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol was probably one that stands out above the rest. Tom Cruise just made Dubai look so cool.
Yeah, that's true.
And really, you only see the Burj Khalifa. He climbs that. And then you see him running through a market, and that's you don't really see much more than that.
Nah.
But he's wearing a really cool blue suit that I still want, and it looked really cool. And then I've seen photos, and I was like, man, and it's kind of an exotic location, well funded. There's a lot of oil money here, so I think very tech forward here, very clean.
Yeah.
Very kind of almost. I heard Dubai described two ways. One, Las Vegas, but without the sin.
Yeah.
It's probably a good description. The other, accurate, else, my friend was like, "Oh man, I've been there. You know what? It's Wakanda." And I was like, "Oh yeah, sort of, yeah." Yeah. And I thought that was cool.
I can see how both of them would make sense.
Yeah. So I've always wanted to come here, and lo and behold, there's a Comic-Con here, and I met somebody who was like, "Hey, so there's a con coming up. I'm helping book some of the guests. Do you want to go?" I was like, whoa, I want to go. If you can make that happen, absolutely.
Yeah. Amazing.
And it didn't hit me till later on. I was like, oh, wait. Does anybody there know who I am? Because the show that I'm on, Comic Con, has not aired here yet.
Okay,
And
we are quite late to get things. If it isn't on Netflix. Although now we've got Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But we only got Disney Plus 6 months ago.
Wow.
Before that,
Wow,
so
how did you live?
We're a little bit behind.
Without it.
Very. Unless it's on Netflix, we don't have it.
Right.
And then now we got Disney Plus, which helps. And then some of the the local TV networks, they get some HBO shows and stuff like that. But not
Game of Thrones,
but it's not all in one place. You know, it's not on just one. on your TV. Yeah. So you'd have to pay subscriptions to every single one if you wanted to watch shows.
But I was like, you know what? If to the people who don't know who I am, I'll teach them. I'll tell them about the show.
Yeah.
And one day when it does air here, it's like, oh, I remember that guy. I'll watch this show. But it's funny as we're really in Dubai right now, and I just tell people, I was like, you know what? Who knew that being a nerd would pay off in this way, as in a trip to Dubai one day.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Totally worth it. So, so I got invited, and my fears were unfounded. I met so many cool fans here. A lot of people who moved here they're expatriates, but wherever they were, India or North America or U.S., they watch it, and then they came here.
That's so cool.
Then they're like, holy crap, Ming Chen's coming to Dubai. Like, I got to go meet him.
That's
there.
awesome,
So
man.
it's worked out pretty well.
Now, and you seem to really be like taking in the spirit, like meeting people. I mean, you just came up, hey guys, how's it going? You're doing a podcast? That's awesome. And that was like, it was really nice to like actually like hear and have that like just friendly person like coming and chatting to you.
Yeah,
some people would say that I invited myself in, but hey man, if I was at a con and their podcast was setting up and I didn't podcast with them, I would have been pretty disappointed. So I'm glad you guys. Thank you for the warm welcome. But I really love it here. What a great city. Just everything I've been, and one of my goals in Dubai is like, if I ever go, I was like, okay, I'll do all the touristy stuff. I mean, there's plenty of that. But I was like, all right, this town was built by working class. I think they entice a lot of people from other countries to come and help out with the construction.
Yeah.
Where do they hang out? And that's where I want to go. Like, where do they?
You want to go to old Dubai, like old school, the Creek area,
Dira, Satwa.
Yeah. But I did some research. Like, all right, a lot of these guys when they get off work, they go to chai shops. Like, and I learned about Karak chai. Kind of the lifeblood of Dubai.
It's really nice. Actually. It's still only like 1 dirham. You get one for 1 dirham.
Amazing.
It's been the same price for like ages.
Actually the first time I was here, I found a couple places. I had to, they were a little bit far, 10 miles or so. It took about 20 minutes to get there. But it was everything that I dreamed it was. Just a little stands. Serving, little cups of karak, and you could get, some kind of a sandwich or a samosa or whatever. To go with it.
We like our shawarmas here.
Shawarma. Like Tony Stark and the Avengers.
But shawarmas I love the shawarmas out here. And there's a few places that have been here like 40, 50 years, and the one that I go to is Oasis.
Oasis on Al Wasl
on Al Wasl Road. And that one's my favorite. Honestly, if any like family or friends or whatever come to visit to Dubai,
you go there.
Like, hey, let's go out for dinner. I'm like, I got the best place. We'll all eat like 8 people, and it'll be like 120 dirhams or something like that. Like nothing. It's. You know what I mean? It's so well priced. Everyone always says it's too expensive, right? But there are places that aren't.
So I was gonna go find shawarma tonight. So
I reckon you look out for Oasis.
Okay.
See, James has actually been here like 30,
20 odd years.
Over 20 years.
You've seen a lot of changes, a lot of growth. Everything. You've seen everything. That's amazing.
I watched the Burj Al Arab get built. I watched Burj Khalifa get built.
When I got here in 2007, so I've been here 15 years, Burj Al Arab was already finished. But the Burj Khalifa was like half the height. Or something like that. Or maybe like 3/4 of the height of the way up. But it didn't have any glass on it or anything. It was just like, metal going up. And then I got to see that finished. Then the metro wasn't here.
There's
the metro. Like that was, I watched them build the whole metro. That was quite interesting to see. But it's very crazy. Like, if you you don't even realize it, but there's new buildings going up every year, obviously. And it's kind of crazy. Like, if you actually just went back to 2007, you'll be like, oh, what is this place?
Barren compared,
exactly.
So packed now.
And we're currently recording at Expo City, Dubai, which is where PopCon ME is being held. And you can see like the development is spreading out.
I mean, this only got built like within 2 years or something like that.
That's insane.
This whole of Expo. Like, literally the whole Expo. I think maybe like 2-3 years they built the whole of Expo. Including the massive convention center that we're in.
But they have like some cool architectural designs out there, and
it's really interesting.
Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So I remember a great time here. I think more importantly, I'm able to brag on social media that I'm here.
Nice.
And all your friends say, hey, I'm in Dubai. That sounds very exotic, right? So so they
represent it in a cool way.
So they want to see all the photos, and I'm going to be telling stories for a while when I get home. But
nice.
It's pretty quiet. It's just bucket list, definitely, for sure. Cool.
So amazing.
So I got here and I fell in love with the city immediately. Already, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get back next year, or next time, or next year, or wherever. So
I'm sure they'll definitely get you back. It's
What else are you working on at the moment?
So the running of the 2 studios and going to conventions. I go to Comic-Cons now almost every weekend.
Awesome.
Wow, they're that popular in America and
stuff? Yeah, it's funny. If you look at any random weekend, there's probably worldwide, it's probably about 6 to 7, maybe 8 conventions going on. Comic-Con specifically, somewhere in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the U.S., there were some that there were 6 going on somewhere.
Wow.
Typically, it's more of like
crazy.
3 or 4 in a weekend.
Yeah.
And so I think those are going to go.
What's the biggest one? Like the biggest one you've
So
done?
it's up for debate. San Diego Comic-Con is the one that's commonly thought of as the biggest Comic-Con.
Yeah.
But New York Comic-Con is also big, and it's a constant argument. It's like, okay, San Diego is bigger in square footage. It's a pretty big convention hall.
Yeah.
But in terms of actual numbers, unique numbers, New York claims that they have more people.
Okay.
So, it depends on how you measure a big Comic-Con. Is it more people, or is it like a bigger space?
Yeah.
I would probably go the people, that as a metric, for sure. Because you could have a huge space and no one comes, so that doesn't make you a big Comic-Con.
I mean, I do love the fact that, we can walk around and everyone just feels so, like, free and open to to wear what they want and just
judgment.
I saw I was so excited yesterday. We had there's a whole Star Wars crew, and they came. There was probably 20 of them, all in different Star Wars outfits, and that was, for me, I was like, that is the coolest thing. I just want to do that. It looks amazing. So do you ever dress up a lot?
No, not really. I have friends with cosplayers. I see the huge amount of work that they put into it. And I'm like, listen, I'm going to leave it up to the experts. So
you see some of these costumes, they're so intricate.
Yeah.
And they're so
detailed.
obscure. Yeah, it's not like you could just buy it from online,
they literally use a photo or, maybe a clip for reference.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how talented they are. Some of the cosplays they come up with are better than the screen versions.
Yeah.
Because, screen versions, they don't have a lot of time to build props and costumes for the most part. Whereas a cosplayer will take their time.
And, you can't edit and post. And,
no, for sure.
For
sure. But so almost every weekend I'm at a Comic-Con. During the weekdays, I'm trying to juggle these 2 studios that I'm running.
Right.
And then sometimes they overlap with the convention world. And I was like, oh man, what do I do now? I have a couple engineers on staff, so I've hired some people. But even then, you're always worried about your customers. But that's pretty much my week.
Okay.
Comic-Con podcast. Comic-Con podcast. See, you guys did it right. You combined the two. It's
quite a nice little thing there.
You combined the two.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You guys are smart.
Where can people check you out? And
so the podcast studio is called A Shared Universe. A Shared Universe.
Okay.
The name is a twofold reference. One, we love reading comic books. We love comic books. So in the comics, you would always see, sometimes Superman will have to go to New York City to help out Spider-Man. They cross worlds. They share universes. So, or even the villains will team up to try to take down a good guy. So that's one aspect. And then we welcome a lot of anybody into our studio. So you have podcasts ranging from real estate law to action figure collecting,
real estate law. That's interesting.
And that's
we
the
open
freedom,
it for everybody.
You can cover anything you want. From A to Z,
our podcasters are also sharing their universes in our one space or our 2 spaces. So it's pretty cool. So it's on social media. Is also at A Shared Universe. My personal is at Ming Chen 37. MINGCHEN 37.
Awesome.
That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever.
Ming Chen
37.
Cool.
All
right.
And I'm just so happy at the Daily Gamers here. It's so great,
mate. We've really had a lovely time having you on.
It's been so cool.
Are you back here tomorrow as well?
I'll be here all day tomorrow as well.
Maybe we'll do another podcast with you tomorrow.
That'd be great. Focus on a topic, or now I would just go off the rails. Talk about how if Chris Hemsworth smelled good when he was here. I don't know. I wouldn't get that.
What would he smell
close
like?
to him?
Ooh,
a god, I guess. Right?
He smelled like a god.
He smelled like a god. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, Ming, thank you so much for coming on, and we'll chat again soon, all right?
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
We're still down here at PopCon for our podcast, and we have another fantastic guest. Do you want to just tell us who you are and what you do?
Yeah, I am Shin Ishikawa, founder and CEO of Gonza.
Cool. Amazing. Can you tell us a little bit more what Gonzo does and is?
Actually, Gonzo is established 30 years ago, and by 5 creators. Okay. And we made kind of as we call hybrid animation, 2D animation digitized, and then 3D computer graphics combined each other. And then we became famous by Blue Submarine #6, and after that we created so many, actually 80 titles.
Wow.
Last 20 years. Cool. And broadcasted now all over the world.
Nice.
Maybe more than 30 or 35 countries.
That's really cool. Yeah. So for the animation you're creating, it's for like TV shows, but then I saw you also do stuff for like gaming animation, for like the sequences inside gaming.
We did some gaming, but mainly TV and movies.
Yeah.
But for example, our original Afro Samurai together with Samuel L. Jackson became a game because Bandai Namco loved it, a US team, and then they made it into a cool game too.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
but we are not game maker. I'm sorry for that.
No, it's really cool. But I saw that you actually do like some of the cut scenes and stuff for the games.
Of course, because they make a game from us.
Yeah.
As well. Especially those things.
Yeah, Very cool.
We do that.
So you've been going for 30 years.
Yes.
How has it kind of changed from before until now? Have you managed to like keep up with the technology and all of that?
Actually, it is a very interesting question because we led the digitization of Japanese animation. First 10 years is hand-drawn animation.
Wow.
Changed to digitized.
Exactly,
I mean, still hand-drawn, but you scan it and the color and the background composite, that is all digital.
Yeah.
That was first digitization.
Yeah.
The next 10 years, actually 3D computer graphics came in because of gaming.
Yeah.
And then it's combined, as we call, Gonzo became famous as a hybrid animation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then the last decade, after 2010, actually it was more of not a production method, but a distribution method, that is streaming over internet. It used to be DVD and TV to DVD. Blu-ray was the main, but then it changed completely to streaming.
Does that make things a lot more efficient for you when you're producing?
Actually, in a sense, it raised the quality and the distribution to worldwide much more efficient or effective.
Okay,
but
distribution.
not necessarily efficient because broadcasting all over the world, we need to have all the languages, and then that is more work for us.
Yeah.
So you reanimate
simultaneous.
Okay.
Do you miss like the original, the hand-drawn, or do you prefer it now?
Actually, hand-drawn style, we really didn't do it because we were already a digital. Still, we practiced actually last decade we thought that maybe even a 2D character becomes more 3D enabled, but actually some succeeded, but it didn't become mainstream.
Okay.
Apparently, people likes animated drew frame by frame because that gives a kind of artistic touch rather than computerized animation.
Exactly.
How long does it take? Because I know, obviously, I don't know 100%, but I know it takes a long time to make animation, right? So, say like a 1-hour movie or a 1-hour TV episode or whatever. Like, how long would that actually take to create from start to finish?
It's like a Hollywood movie at the beginning. So, scripting, concept making, scripting, all those part, it could take 1 year to sometimes 20 years. So nobody knows how long it takes a Hollywood movie. Same. But after that, production, typical live action movie takes shooting is 2 to 6 months maximum.
Okay.
And then editing, right? But an animation actually 2-hour movie usually takes minimum of 2 years.
Wow.
Over animating.
And how many people would be working on that?
It depends on the project because quality is higher if less people work. Because of consistency.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but that takes longer time. The super animator has to be there.
Exactly.
So for feature film, between main animators, between 30 and 200.
Wow.
TVC is definitely more than 200 all the time.
You see it like, you watch like a Pixar movie or something like that, and the credits is like, arts people, and then it's like loads of them, and then it's like animators, loads of them, and it's crazy.
That's exactly the case for, especially, people, even more than 3D CGI animation.
Yeah.
So, but then our job is separated into several sections. So but the main part is key animators. So compared to 3D CG graphics, key animators is the main part of the artistic part. Of course, background those things exist, but then most different thing is the key animation. Right? But then CG animation, you have a modeling and then animation and all the different parts. So it's a kind of different structure of even though both uses so many people. The structure of work split is different. 3D animation is more like a scene by scene.
Makes sense.
Exactly. In terms of writing and stories, does that come internally or is it inspired by sort of outside sources?
Always different.
Actually,
we just launched a project called Samurai Cryptos. That's please promote. You can go to samuraicryptos.io.
Cool.
And we started with NFT.
Nice.
And we wanted to make a 21st century of Web 3.0 way of making animation.
Wow.
It used to be more like pyramid. You make script by several producers and 2 or 3 writers, and then gradually people increase to make a one. But I didn't want to do that. Web 3.0, I wanted to make everything together with the fans. So what we did is that we created I asked 7 of the best designers according to that concept, Web 3.0 concept, draw 7 characters. And then we made an NFT of that and then made fans to apply to us all the stories.
Amazing.
So as of last month, we made a campaign together with those fan novelist site. It's in Japanese, I'm sorry, international. But then actually 120 people applied, 340 stories. So now I have to read all of those.
That's really interesting.
So that's why I'm here, to escape from that. I wanted
Take
to
a
escape
break
from
from
the
it.
reality.
Have you ever watched? It's an American TV show called Bob's Burgers. Have you ever seen that? So it's all animated, and it's kind of like that mixture between adult but children could probably watch it. But it's very adulty. But what they actually did is they wrote a script, and then they sent the script out to anyone who wanted to try and animate it. And then people would send in stuff, and then they would say, okay, you're going to do page 1 to 4, you're going to do 5 to 10, or whatever. So then, as the story was going on, the animation was changing, and it was all fan done animation. So maybe you could do something like that. It's just an idea.
Actually,
it was quite
interesting
cool.
enough, even for animation production, actually we got quite a big fund from the Japanese government. Developed a new technology for an NFT-based production system.
Cool.
Which
that makes sense.
After the story is done, we can virtually make animation. Key animation is done by everybody, but then maybe the same style because there's a character. But then all the byproducts. Byproducts mean that those cells. All those things will be NFT enabled.
Cool.
So
that's handy.
We can
that's really useful.
even before we release the movie, we can sell those NFTs.
That's cool.
So that's good marketing. At the same time, fans gonna love it, right? So and I think making way to make animation could change very soon. I hope. That's what I'm betting on.
Yeah, we're seeing lots of things change now these
And
days.
I also like how animation, like we were saying just a minute ago, how many people work on it. But it's great because if you're an artist or a designer, there's actually a lot of jobs coming out now. And especially moving into NFTs, there's ways for artists to be able to have another source of revenue, which is great.
Exactly. That is the point. That's why it is NFT enabled. That means it's official by definition, by rights owner. If it's Gonzo's content, Gonzo officialized that animator made this one. And then first one, they should sell it as a kind of first art piece. And after that, they can print as many, depending on how they're going to market.
Yeah, of course. Nice.
Very cool.
Very nice.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. From Gonzo. Check them out. And what did you say the new project is called again?
Samurai Cryptos.
SamuraiCryptos.io.
All right,
please come and visit. There's an English part as well.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Cheers. Thanks.
And we got our good friend Faris.
Hello, Faris.
Lads.
How are you, Faris?
I'm doing very well. Can I just say I'm very proud of how far Daily Game has come in. It's awesome to see you here. It's always amazing to see your little faces.
Oh, thank you. Faris is a very famous radio presenter, MC. You actually used to have your own gaming podcast as well.
I used to have my own... here's the thing, because people have said, are you going to bring that back, or has Daily Gamer completely thrown you out the water?
No.
Obviously not. We couldn't do it anymore because we all got too busy, but that was a geek podcast in general, so there might still be a market for us.
No, for sure. I mean, we mainly focus on gaming, but you guys did like
we talk about pop culture, movies and stuff, but there's no reason to talk about that now. It doesn't exist.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming down here. I know you came all the way to PopCon just to see us, right?
Obviously. Yeah. And also to interview Stephen ML.
Okay, cool.
And,
have you done that? Have you done that yet? You're doing that later?
No, I've done it already.
You've done it already? Oh, how did it go?
He's really nice, but what I've noticed, and you can edit this out if you want, with a lot of the people I meet at Comic-Cons and PopCons and so on, is that they're nice, but it's a fake nice. You know what I mean? Like you can't, and I don't blame them in the slightest, by the way. Like, it must be so difficult flying, being jet lagged, 4 hours of sleep, and just being asked question after question about Arrow.
You got to put on a face, haven't you?
And all of that. But he was pleasant. Yeah, but I could tell, like, you know, wasn't genuine pleasantness, but I don't expect that. But he was really nice.
I get you. Cool. But I mean, it must be a nightmare having to just, like, you know, meet with like hundreds of people and sign things and be, you know, it's not that you're a bad person, but after a while you're going to get a little bit bored of it.
Tell me about it, man. Like, I can't even leave my house.
Yes, I'm sure that is very much true.
Are we excited? I feel like I'm the host here. Are we excited?
Go for it.
Because I just want to talk about the one game I'm excited about. I've been so busy, haven't really been playing a lot of video games, but I am clearing my calendar for the 18th of November. Okay. Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon Violet are coming out.
No way.
How do we feel about this?
I'm very excited for you.
Are you really not into it?
No, I mean, you know what, obviously Pokemon was probably one of the first games I actually like remember playing on the Game Boy original, and you know, I think it was Pokemon Red I had, and it was amazing. I sunk so much time into that. So Pokemon will always have a special place.
I'm afraid you've got a Pokemon virgin over here.
No,
have you never played Pokemon ever?
Not in my life.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
Gosh.
Really?
I'm so sorry.
I thought everyone had played Pokemon.
I thought everyone had. Did you watch the shows at least?
No, I know some characters.
You've just been living a Pokemon-less life.
I don't think I would have done the podcast with you if I knew you didn't play Pokemon.
But seriously, it's such an exciting. I'll tell you why it's especially exciting. There's lots of Pokemon games that come out every few years. This one, first of all, I'm a huge Ed Sheeran fan. He's collaborated with them this time, made a song called Celestial in collaboration with Pokemon.
Nice.
So if you've seen the music video, it's full of Pokemon. Ed Sheeran is animated in the style of Ash Ketchum.
Of course.
He's going up against Mewtwo. It's amazing. But the other thing that I'm excited about for this game, which is unique to Pokemon, you always used to be able to trade with your friends. You always used to be able to battle. With this game, you are going to be able to do the storyline campaign with up to 4 players.
Whoa, okay.
And I am unbelievably excited for that, because my brother is a huge Pokemon fan. He's in Dubai now. My 2 best friends are huge Pokemon fans. We're all going to get it, and we're just going to go through the world together.
We're all going to get it.
Your
best friends?
Yeah, you're my best friend. Yeah, obviously.
Talking about us, James?
Yeah.
He said 2 best friends. He looked right at us. He looked right at us when he said it, so I just assumed.
With passion in his eyes.
I love this, because you're being so enthusiastic, but your eyes are glazing over. You could not care less. If it's not a Call of Duty or an Apex Legends, you just don't care.
Genuinely, like, so you stream, and when you were streaming a little bit more often before, I actually was watching you, and a lot of the time you were playing Pokemon, and it was really fun to watch, and I really did enjoy it. And yeah, when I do go on Twitch, you know, whenever stuff like that catches my eye, like, oh, some Pokemon stuff, okay, let's see what's going on in Pokemon, because it is always, like I said, one of those things that every single person grows up playing, apparently, apart from James.
I was clearly deprived.
He doesn't understand the nostalgia, you know, because it just takes you back to the 90s, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When life was good, when all you wanted to do was catch Mewtwo, and you caught him, and it felt so good.
It did. Did you see that news, by the way, that came out yesterday?
Which one?
It was about a Pokemon news, and it said for the first time ever, the TV show, Ash has actually won.
Yeah.
Ash has actually won the thing. To be fair, I've obviously never seen the TV show.
I've seen the TV show.
I saw it when I was younger, but I haven't seen it in a long time. I didn't realize that was a thing, that he actually had never ever won the championship Pokemon battle before.
It's surprising for people who haven't watched the show, but Ash Ketchum, the main character of the Pokemon TV series, sucks at Pokemon. He sucks at training them. He sucks at raising them. He sucks at battling them, and he sucks at catching them. Most of his Pokemon befriend him.
Yeah,
he's just really it's like a puppy dog running around making friends.
That's true.
But he's not actually any good.
He
at Pokemon.
kind of gets away with having like an unbelievable Pikachu.
Yeah,
when he's battling things, it's like everyone else dies, and then Pikachu's like, "I'm really weak, but I'm going to electrocute them," and then he wins. Yeah.
Pikachu's OP. AF, but I think that's enough about.
Sorry, just the last thing though. You're just saying that. Like I watched the clip of him winning the last Pokemon battle. It was a Charizard, right? And Pikachu headbutts the Charizard, and the Charizard faints. And I'm like, powers of Pikachu, who's like tiny, headbutting a Charizard, and the Charizard's like, oh no, so much force has come out.
Pikachu has been through all types of nonsense. He's gone. He electrocuted an Onix, which, as we know, is a ground type Pokemon, which is immune to electricity.
Work, James.
But
I can understand.
In the cartoon, he managed to do it. He was turned into stone and brought back to. No, that was Ash. That was Pikachu's tears brought him back to life. Pikachu's been through it, man.
Yeah.
He's been through it. Don't tell me you didn't watch Mewtwo versus Mew, James.
Of course I did.
Yeah, of course he did. Of course he did.
Yeah, no, it's a good franchise. Very excited for the game.
When you actually said you got a game coming out, and you're really excited for it. I thought you were going to say Harry Potter in the start of.
I am excited about that as well. Those are the games I'm excited about. Harry Potter. The thing is, I sort of know what to expect with Pokemon. I have no idea what to expect with Harry Potter. I'm trying to not overhype it in my head.
Yeah,
I think I know that Pokemon is as hyped as I think it's going to be.
Yeah.
But Harry Potter, who knows? It could be rubbish. It could be the best game ever made. So I'm excited for that.
I played Pokemon games when I was younger. Sorry, not Pokemon. Sorry, Harry Potter games when I was younger.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. But obviously, it was a bit.
But this is different because it's not a storyline anymore. So you're not playing as Harry, Ron,
It's
Hermione.
your own story, I guess.
Yeah.
It's an open world. You get to create your own character. So I think it has a potential to be amazing because that's my favorite genre of game is open world.
You even have to go into the sorting hat and it will choose which house you're going in and everything. I don't know how it'll.
It's going to be so cool. And I'm really excited for Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
That'll be really cool as well. I mean, there's some big games coming out. Ragnarok just came out, God of War. And I'm keen to try it out, but it's obviously only on PlayStation.
Do they have any booths playing that here? Did you notice?
Maybe.
We could have a go.
Let's go try and find someone. I tell you what, we were just at the Galaxy Racer guys. They've got like PC setups, and I saw they had a PlayStation 5 as well. Let's just go buy it.
Let's snoop around.
Guys,
just log in on their PlayStation.
Just purchase it. Gift yourself.
We have to talk about this because before we started recording, you told me that you hadn't heard of Pixel Gaming yet.
Oh yeah, no. I don't know what that is.
You have a gaming podcast.
Pixel.
Pixoul. Pixoul. The soul of pixels.
Okay, no, I don't know.
I'll tell you about it. And I'm not a brand ambassador or anything. Okay. I don't work there.
Yeah.
But I was there last weekend. Or a weekend.
This is
in
Dubai.
A podcast.
It's in Dubai.
It's in Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
Yeah. So Pixel Gaming just opened last week at the time of recording.
Yeah.
And it's a hub for gamers. So it's a multi-level, massive building.
No way.
And it's lots of LEDs.
Yeah.
There's a lot of attention to detail. There's a big statue of a guy wearing a VR headset outside. Wow. Little men with little VR headsets all over the place. Models
do you know
everywhere.
them quite well?
What
Can you get us a hookup?
I'll try and get you a hookup.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it a space?
So I'll tell you what it is. Okay. So it's multi-level. So on the first level is a lot of VR experiences. I think there's 10 VR experiences it can go through. There's a story mode, so I think they also connect to one another.
Wow, no way. That's
so you
cool.
can get the package of all 10. Or you can go to each one individually.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's also arcade games for people who aren't that into gaming, but they're nostalgic for the old games.
Yeah.
Something you'd expect to find at Magic Planet or whatever. Just sort of those arcade games.
Big Pac-Man or something.
And then it gets serious on the top floor because there's a gaming academy where they will teach you how to do esports. It's a place where you can play games and connect with other people that play games.
That's cool.
In Abu Dhabi. And of course, it's not even central Abu Dhabi, so it takes about an hour to get there. It's not too far away.
Okay.
And there's a massive event hall, and they had an e-tournament, and that's why I was there to host that.
Okay.
So we had a FIFA 23 tournament. First place prize was 6,000 dirhams.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
Congratulations to Ramzi Saad for getting that, if I remember the name right. Exceptionally good at FIFA.
Wow.
And the casters, by the way, I love it when they take e-tournaments so seriously, because it was in Arabic, and they had two casters in the back. Ramzi, yumarrir, yuqarrib, go! Properly take it seriously. It's like you're watching the World Cup.
Just like football.
Amazing.
We did Valorant, Fortnite, and something else.
Okay.
Yeah, I
do love Arabic casting though.
It's so good.
It's even if you just you're talking about football. Even if you just watch the football presenters or whatever. I just love it. It sounds so good. Yeah. I mean, obviously you're really good at that. Go!
Well, you said that goal! That's amazing stuff.
I think they're casting over there by the stage.
Yeah, there are some casters over there.
Arabic casting.
Yeah, maybe we should go show them how it's done.
I'm really no good at casting. No, I was just hosting.
No, you could do your go! They were playing League of Legends, but I'm sure you could just still get a mic from somewhere and try it out.
I'll do my best.
Yeah.
But what's really great about Pixel is obviously they've always got events going on. They've got academy coaches. If you want to get better at your game, that's a place to go.
Cool.
And from what they told me, and I don't know if this is official news, I'm getting trouble for it. You should probably talk to someone from Pixel. They are planning on doing a tournament like this every quarter, with one massive tournament every year, starting from 2023. So that's going to be very exciting.
Nice. Well, we got to brush up on our our casting. And get ourselves down there.
Yeah, we could do we check out.
I beat you to it. I'm sorry, but
it's okay.
That's fine.
Thank you for bringing us that news, though.
Thank you for bringing me on to Daily Gamer.
No worries.
You're very welcome,
Faris. We obviously would love having you here. We can't get you on every week, otherwise we would.
Yeah.
Because you actually work for we have a partnership with one radio station. You will now work for a different radio station.
Listen.
So it's hard to get you on all the time.
Listen, just because we broke up doesn't mean we can't be friends.
No, of course. But this is just the podcast at PopCon. It's perfect having you here.
Amazing. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, James.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Yalla, bye.
Our next interview down here at PopCon is with
Ryan.
Hey, Ryan.
How are you doing?
How old are you?
Well, I'm 11, but it's my 12th birthday today.
No way! Happy birthday!
Thank you.
How are you enjoying PopCon?
Great. It's lovely to meet all of the new actors and some gamers, and it's really fun.
Nice. Have you been playing some games?
Yeah, I've been trying the retro games and some of the Just Dance,
Yeah, well, for you, they're retro games, but for us, they're the games that we grew up on.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Because we're a little bit older than you.
It's really weird to think.
Yeah.
It was weird, actually. I was going over there. I remember playing that.
Yeah, we were so excited to play those games.
I played the old Street Fighter. It was actually really fun.
Yeah, no, I mean, they are fun. Like, the actual games themselves are good. They just look worse. Like, the graphics aren't as good, you know? Yeah. So you're lucky. You've grown up with these amazing graphic games.
Yeah.
Although it's quite cool because we've seen it grow.
Yeah.
You know, from really bad graphics, and every year it's slowly getting better.
Yeah.
And you'll see these games develop as well.
Yeah.
They'll look even better in like 10, 20 years.
I can't even imagine what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
What are your favorite games?
Well, right now I'm maining Overwatch 2.
Nice.
And
what's your favorite character on Overwatch to play?
I main Sojourn, but also Zenyatta is a good one to pick.
I like Hanzo or Junkrat.
Yeah. Junkrat is good.
Yeah, he's fun.
And Genji.
Genji's good. Genji is good. Yeah,
he's quick.
Nice. And what other games are you playing?
Call of Duty. Well, I play it with my dad most of the time.
That's cool.
And
who's better, you or your dad?
My dad.
Really?
He had like 11 years of practice.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Hey, but I'm sure in the next couple of years you'll start beating him.
Take him out.
And he'll start getting really like angry with it. Oh no, I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah. And I also play Fortnite, but for me it's gotten a bit dead.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
Oh no, they got the Halloween one. That was kind of fun a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. But I do know what you mean. But there's so many games coming out now. It's hard to kind of.
God of War Ragnarok.
It's too much choice.
Have you played it?
No.
Oh, I really want to play it.
Me too. Have you? The graphics look amazing.
It does.
It looks nuts, doesn't it?
Yeah, I really want to play. What do you play on? Like a
PS5.
On a PS5. Oh, lucky. I unfortunately haven't got my PS5 yet. I'm still on I have a PC set up.
Oh, nice.
But
PC here too.
I've asked for Christmas. I want to try and get a PS5. That's
hopefully
the plan.
Santa gets it.
I hope so. Honestly, I've been really good this year.
We've been really good boys, haven't we?
We have been really good.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good start. So,
nice.
I was thinking I didn't know what to choose, or PC or PS5. I just went for the PS5 because I just went with my guts.
No, you know what? PS5 is a good way to go. Because the PS5s, they'll last quite a long time. The PCs, something might break. And also with the PS5s, right, you can watch Netflix on there as well. It's nice and easy. Plug it in the TV.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The media thing.
Exactly. I think the PS5 is a good way to go.
And the controllers are cool as well.
Yeah. So you said you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff do you do on there?
Well, I do gaming videos and
nice.
Movie, and I really like reviewing movies.
Nice.
Because I'm a big geek in gaming, and I really like Marvel and DC, and I'm a big fan, and I collect Funko Pops.
Nice, yeah.
And I got my Funko Pop signed by Chris Hemsworth.
No way!
Wow.
Congratulations, that's cool.
And I have a few rare ones from overseas.
Yeah, is Chris Hemsworth, is Thor like your favorite movies?
One of my favorite movies. I really like Ragnarok.
Yeah, that was good.
Cool, wasn't it?
I even like the new one, the Love and Thunder.
It was solid.
It was pretty cool. I like the music in there.
Yeah, the Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, it was so
cool.
good. It was so good. Anyway, amazing.
Yeah.
What else you been up to today?
Well, today I met what's his name? Steven.
Okay, I know who you mean, I think.
Green Arrow.
Yeah,
Stephen Amell.
Green Arrow. Stephen Amell. I met him. He signed one of my comics.
Nice.
Cool.
And also I met Abby Trott, the voice actor for Nezuko, if anybody watches Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, cool.
So how many Funko Pops do you have?
Well, I recently just hit like 205.
Whoa, that's crazy. I think I've got like 10. And my wife won't let me buy any more.
Yeah,
that's a good
start. You don't have a wife yet, so you can buy as many as you like.
Yeah.
Are they all in your room or are they all over the house?
So, my parents are divorced, so it's good because I get to keep one collection in my mom's house and one collection in my dad's house.
That is pretty convenient.
Yeah.
Nice. My wife tries to throw mine out, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
She's always like, there's too many of these. I've only got 10. Although we did have a guy talking to us yesterday. He's actually a big Funko Pop collector. How many did you say he has? I think he said 380 he's up to. Jack?
Wow. Oh, yeah, Jack.
380.
Yeah.
Damn.
Crazy. He's got a whole Instagram account just
I need to
about
up
them.
my game.
Well, to be fair, he's a lot older than you. So for your age, I think you're probably ahead of the game.
Yeah, you're ahead of the game.
Anyway, bro, thank you so much for having a chat with us. And go out and enjoy. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'd love to get a quick photo with you before we go.
Okay. Yeah. Great. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for coming on. Bye. This week in new releases, we have City Bus Manager.
City Bus Manager. Is that like Championship Manager, the football game?
But with buses.
With buses.
Yay.
I like it.
And you can do it in any city in the world and manage passengers, depot management, and routes. That's how exciting it is.
I know that these games sound silly, but they also look so much fun and so addictive.
Yeah, do you remember Transport Tycoon?
Yes. Yeah. Also, even like those ones where you own like a restaurant and you've got to like go and like make the pancakes and serve the pancakes.
The customers, you manage the staff.
I love those games.
Yeah, cool.
Anyway, what else you got?
I got a game called Save Room. Not Safe Room, Save Room.
Save Room, okay.
And
is it an eating thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
It is something that you do in a game like Resident Evil.
Okay.
It's a game about inventory management.
Okay.
And that's it.
Sounds very boring.
The game is managing your inventory. It got overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam.
Wait, I still don't get it. So you've got a backpack, right? And you've got to make room in your backpack or save room in your backpack for other
items.
stuff.
Yeah.
And what, do you just walk around and find items?
No, you just manage your inventory.
So that's it. That's the whole game.
There's certain scenarios where you're like, how do I put all this stuff in?
Oh my God. So it's like, hey, I'm packing to go on holiday.
Yeah.
For example. And you got to pack your shoes, socks, and you got to fit it all in.
Yeah.
That is so good.
Get inventory Tetris, basically.
Oh.
And they made a whole game out of it.
That is incredible. See, I love these games. What else you got?
Well, the big one this week.
Big one. Here we go.
Is God of War Ragnarok.
It just looks amazing.
It's already smashing reviews. 10 out of 10 from IGN, 94% on Metacritic.
That is cool. So wait, Metacritic's the one that takes everyone's reviews and kind of jams it together?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's like a Rotten Tomatoes of gaming.
That is pretty cool, and it looks amazing. Obviously, the one before this, the whatever you call that. I was going to say prequel. I guess it is the prequel, right? Yeah.
The last one is a prequel.
Yeah. So anyway, that one got Game of the Year, didn't it?
Yeah.
So this one obviously is going to be
maybe
big.
just in time to get the...
Ooh, maybe. And it does look really good. But I have a PlayStation 4, and you can only play on PlayStation. And I saw some people trying to play it on their PlayStation 4, and it works, but apparently it's like the PlayStation 4 is like...
It's about to take off. It sounds like it. Yeah. Sounds like an airline.
So I don't know if I want to kill my PS4 playing it, but either way.
Yeah, let's see.
Thank you for your gaming releases of the week, James.
Welcome.
I have got your gaming news, and I think it's pretty good this week. Number one, which I'm a big fan of the movie series, which is John Wick with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Lionsgate are the people who produce the movies.
Yeah.
they've now said that they're pretty interested in creating a AAA game. If you don't know, AAA basically means it's a really big game done by a really big studio.
Yeah, lots of money.
If that makes sense. Yeah, they put a lot of money behind it. So that'd be amazing, like a AAA game for John Wick. I have seen a few John Wick games here and there, but nothing big. There's a VR one, which is kind of cool.
And there's like a 4X one as well.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. They did say, I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but we believe there is a big AAA game to be made out of John Wick. But I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, and I don't want to say anything more about it at this time. So that's kind of it. It's kind of, it might happen, might not, but I'm sure it will happen. It's going to be good.
It'll be awesome.
Also, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. It came out like 12 days ago or something like that. Not even. It has already made $1 billion in revenue. That's like 3.6 billion dirhams. Billion with a B in revenue in just 10 days, which is faster than any other previous Call of Duty game.
That just shows how strong the gaming industry is right now.
It is. It's amazing. I had a friend who isn't into his Call of Duty, and he was like, didn't Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 come out like 10 years ago? I'm like, yeah, this is a new one. Like, why can't they just think of new ideas? I'm like, no, you don't get it. You don't get it. You're not a Call of Duty fan. You don't get it. Also, so a couple weeks ago, we talked about different simulator games.
Yeah.
So we talked about Farming Simulator, where basically you drive around in tractors and stuff, and it sounds like what you think it is. You basically just are a farmer.
Yeah.
And it's quite cool.
Yeah.
You got to do your fields and plant crops and...
Oh, sounds beautiful.
Yeah, it's quite cool. Anyway, they've added... We also talked about roller coaster simulator tycoon thing, right? They've also now created a new expansion to Farming Simulator 2022 that allows you to build a roller coaster. So instead of buying 2 games, you just got the 1 game now.
2 in 1. 2 birds, 1 stone.
But yeah, so, you can do all your agricultural stuff, but also you can have a bit more excitement, if you wish, and build a completely rideable roller coaster on your farmland.
Super realistic.
Anyway, that is your gaming news for the week.
Thanks. I have some tech news.
Oh, I do love a good tech news. What have you got?
I got melting graphics cards.
Do you mean the new ones?
Yes, the 4090 apparently.
What?
They are melting in some people's machines.
Is it user error, like they haven't installed them properly, or is it just they're just too powerful?
I think it's a manufacturer defect where some of the cables or cable connectors are melting over the heat.
Oh no.
But that's all I know.
And they cost a lot.
Yeah, I'd be disappointed if I forked out
that
amount of money for one.
No, for sure, especially if you bought it like off someone else who's already bought it, because the resale value is probably pretty insane right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Eek. Okay, what else in tech news?
I have, you know VR, right?
Yes, I do know VR.
It's pretty cool.
Like headsets and stuff? Yeah.
Someone's made one that kills you if you die in the game you're playing.
What?
Yeah.
I actually think I saw this.
It's got some explosives in the actual headset.
Explosives?
That go into your head and kill you.
Oh my goodness, James. That is horrific.
Yeah.
That's it's originally from the anime Sword Art Online.
It's a nod to the TV show.
Yes.
Right, yes.
Yeah. The TV show basically... it's an anime TV show where a bunch of people go and play this new game, but the guy who created it is actually an evil genius.
Yeah.
And he basically, if people die in the game, they die in real life.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Oh! Okay, moving on. I'm scared already.
Yeah. Just a couple of notes at the end here. We've got Halo Infinite finally has an update that allows you to play campaign co-op.
Oh, okay. So if you're at home and I'm at home, we can play campaign co-op
sadly,
together.
It's not couch co-op.
Oh, why don't they do that anymore?
Like the old ones, yeah.
That's so annoying.
I don't know.
Oh.
And someone's made blood in a lab.
Okay, wait, what?
Human blood.
Human blood?
They've made human blood in a lab.
Okay.
And they've just started testing it on a couple of people.
What?
Yeah, that's
that
dedication.
Sounds scary.
Yeah.
So how? I mean, I assume you don't know how they've made it.
No, I have no idea how it's made, but it could have huge advantages for people, especially with very rare blood types.
Yeah. I mean, that's great for the medical community and really saving lives and stuff. So, awesome. Well, thank you for your tech updates, James.
Very welcome.
I have got your top 5. Now, basically, it's a bit complicated, but it's the top 5 esports games this year of 2022 in total winnings. All right?
Right.
So they've played tournaments and they've given out winnings to people. All right, and this is how much money has been given out.
Given away. Okay.
In number 5, League of Legends Wild Rift. So not the actual League of Legends, that came 7th.
Oh.
But League of Legends Wild Rift, the mobile game, is 5th with $13 million, with 569 players in total and 105 tournaments.
Whoa.
Wow, just on the mobile game, they're giving away $13 million this year. Number 4, Fortnite, despite not actually having their big major tournament, which they used to do, they haven't done that in a while, they still came 4th with $13.5 million, 844 players and 117 different tournaments.
Whoa, okay, cool.
Pretty crazy. And these are all official tournaments, by the way. There's probably more than that, but these are like official ones. Number 3, Arena of Valor. Right, this game has kind of blown up recently.
Yeah.
This one came 3rd. $21.7 million was given away this year in prize winnings. And obviously the year's not over, so it could even be more.
Oh,
that is 624 players, 199 tournaments. In at number 2, PUBG Mobile with $23 million given away. Again, not PUBG. PUBG Mobile is number 2 in winnings. Pretty crazy. 69 tournaments, 1,529 players. Number 2, do you have any guesses of what it could be?
No.
Fortnite? No, I already said Fortnite. That was number 4. Number 1 was Dota 2. They have just crazy high winnings.
The international.
32 million. 32.2 million. So that's over 100 million dirhams was given away this year alone. They did 100 tournaments, 976 players.
Wow.
I got to be honest, there was obviously a League of Legends tournament that happened only like a few days ago. So I have a feeling that maybe the League of Legends tournament wasn't counted in this one.
Okay, it maybe jump up a few spots.
Yeah, so League of Legends might have jumped up because there was some big winnings in that one, because that was their major one of the year. So that might make it jump up. But as of like now, in the calculations before that League of Legends tournament, this is what it's at. 131 games total, esports games in the world, right? According to this thing
officially esports games.
131 different games, which is mental, with a total prize earnings of $174 million.
Wow.
This year, 2022 alone, and the year's not out. There's a couple more big tournaments coming up, including Valorant. I've got a big one in December, I think.
Okay.
Which is cool. So yeah, that is your top 5 esports games in total winnings for 2022.
Very mind-blowing.